Does
Yes.
that happen when they start dropping packets? I mean, when they're connected initially, doesn't communication takes place between two routers when they choose if it's half duplex or full duplex or how much bandwidth they want to use?
Yes, so there are ways to do that. The problem is this traffic can be dynamic. So, for instance, all these guys can download, all these guys can be silent and then suddenly all start downloading a file and then suddenly quit. So you can't, in advance, say all of you need to back up your data rate. Because, for instance, if only this link is downloading a file, then and all of these guys are silent, then the full bandwidth of this link can be used. There's no need to back up. Okay, so the idea is, basic idea in congestion control. Basic idea is maximum use of resources without causing congestion. So in this example over here that I just mentioned, if one link is downloading from a server, is trying to access this server, it can use the full bandwidth. If two are, they can each use half the bandwidth, 3, 1/3, and so on. So in advance, it's inefficient to say all of these guys need to, there are 7 of them, so each of them can only use 1/7 of the link. That's not what we want to do, because if there's only a few using the link, we want to give them the full available resources. We don't want to prevent them from accessing resources that are available. Okay, the key concepts in TCP. So the principal idea is that after each packet is sent, the destination returns an acknowledgement to the source. The source keeps track of those acknowledgements, and if an acknowledgement is not received, the source concludes that that packet was dropped. So we've got a bunch of terminology having to do with how this actually happens. So we've got something called the congestion window. And this is basically the number of packets can be sent while waiting for acknowledgement. So if that number of packets is 1, then we send 1 packet, wait until we receive the acknowledgement. Then we send the second packet, wait, receive the acknowledgement. If it's 2, then we send 1 packet, immediately send the second packet, wait till we receive the acknowledgement, then wait till we receive the acknowledgement for both, and send another 2 packets, and so on. So we can see that just sending 1 packet at a time, waiting for acknowledgement, that's wasteful because it will leave the channel idle for a significant period of time. As we increase the size of the congestion window, the channel is active for longer and longer and longer periods of time, and is therefore more efficiently used. Yes?
Do you shift the window? Do you not shift the window until you receive all acts within the window? Or can you shift one by one? Let's say your window size is 3. When you receive the act.
So that's a good question. Actually, no. That's an important question too. For now, let's assume that you have to wait for all of the acknowledgements before you can send the next packet. I'm not sure if that's right or not. I'll check on that and get back to you. But look, for now, let's assume that all the packets have to be acknowledged before you can send the next one.
Usually I think it's a rolling window.
Is it rolling window?
Yeah. You can just,
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
Let's do rolling window. So in other words, by rolling window we mean that the number of the congestion window gives you the number of outstanding packets before you can send the next one. But I'll check on that and get back to you and make sure that's right. Okay, slow start. So TCP congestion control occurs in two phases. In slow start is what happens either when you're recovering from congestion or you first set up the link. So this is the first phase. Of TCP. And what happens here is that the size of the congestion window starts at 1. Doubles with every acknowledged packet. So in other words, in slow start, I start by sending one packet, wait for it to be acknowledged. When it's successful, my window size is now 2, so I send 2 packets, wait for them to be acknowledged. Once that also works, then my congestion window is 4, and so on and so on. Okay, now that can quickly get out of control, as with most exponential growth. So there will be a second phase. At some point, I'll switch to a second phase, which is called congestion avoidance. In other words, if I keep blowing up my congestion window and doubling and doubling and doubling, eventually I'll blow right past the point at which congestion is going to occur, and there will be a huge number of packets that are dropped. So that's undesirable. So at some point, I'm going to switch to the second phase, which is called congestion avoidance. In congestion avoidance, CA, this is the second phase of TCP. And instead of doubling, what we're going to do is we're going to increase the congestion window size by 1 with every acknowledged packet. So the point at which we switch from slow start to congestion avoidance is called the congestion threshold. This is the size of the congestion window at which we switch from at slow start to congestion avoidance. So in other words, that's when we switch from aggressive window growth to slower window growth that will help us avoid congestion.